Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday car boot mini haul live stream. I've already seen some amazing hauls on the UK reseller group. Some people have actually popped on with some pretty amazing car boot hauls. So it would be cool if there were videos for those popping up at some point. But yes, I've seen some amazing things. So I was glad that I went out today and I was able to get a few bits, nothing huge, but what I picked up was pretty decent in my humble opinion. Um, so I want to just pop into the chat and say a few hellos. Let me just have a look what the situation is. We have got 16 people watching at the moment. So hi everybody. Nick and Andrea's in the chat. David Morse as well. Texas Gal. Hi there guys. Andrea's in the chat as well. Chrissy, Customs Curiosities, Jason Entwistle, Fake Rachel. So hi everybody. Um, yeah, so I was pretty happy to go to the boot fair this morning. I dropped Beck off, went there. I didn't have a great amount of money to spend because obviously I'm trying to keep like an eye on budget because sales have been a bit slow. Thankfully, sales actually picked up yesterday, so I'm hoping that's going to carry on. So it seems to have perked up a bit, which so I don't want to jinx my sales, but had a really decent day yesterday, finally. So it was a relief after all the after all the stress, but I'm not counting my chickens yet because obviously it can all change. But yeah, I was being careful and I didn't take a great deal of money because I have to work to a budget. But for the money, I got some really nice things. Derek Suter's popped in, Neil Borden's popped in. Hi Neil, Amanda as well. I've just literally gone socializing after quite a weekend. Then you go live. It's always the way, Amanda. I'm sorry. Philippa Spalton says hi. £400 and down says hi as well. Hi there. Jeff Bett says it's been a brilliant day. 3 boot fairs done, loads of stuff. And what you're selling says hi from Florida. Um, Hey David as well. David Morse said hi. Wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, at the moment it's just the one boot sell for me. But it was still good. I'm going to show you some bits that I picked up, and then what I'll do is I will see if I can flip over to the browser view, just to show you what hopefully I can achieve for these items. Now, the first item I actually picked up was pretty cool, so I will start. David McGregor says, Heil from Liverpool Comic Con, sharing seat with 15,000 customers. Oh, Liverpool's only down the road, David. You should have told me. I could have just driven down and said hi. Oh, wow, awesome. So David's at Liverpool Comic Con. Um, Shocking sales this month, says Andy Wardsley. Keep plugging on. Yep, that's all you can do. It's Vintage Maid says hello, Nebraska. I'm guessing you're from Nebraska. If so, that's pretty amazing. Philippa says, so glad I'm not the only one on budgets. Well, Philippa, it wasn't. I don't like being on a budget when I go to a boot fair, especially when things happen like happened today. I had to let go of a Super NES. They don't come up very often. It was just the console, but it wasn't yellowed. It was in really nice condition, and the guy wanted £30 for it. £30 is obviously quite high-ish if you're selling on eBay, but you can do pretty good with that on FBA, especially because the condition was really nice. It was unboxed, it didn't have anything, but it had the original mains adapter. And I wanted to go and buy it, and then I realized 30 quid, I just couldn't afford to spend 30 quid on one item, which is which is a painful thing to have to say, but facts are facts. But within the budget I had, I did actually end up buying a few bits and getting some really nice items. Um, so the budgets suck, but there we go. Steve has popped in. Hi, Steve, and Kathy has popped in as well. Hi, Kathy. You've got 47 people in here now, which is amazing. All right, I'm gonna get on and start with my first pickup of the day, which was actually really nice. I paid £4 and I got this Sony DVD player with a hard drive. So that that is really cool. I think it's a DVD recorder actually, if I'm not mistaken. It might actually just be a player. No, it's a DVD recorder. Yeah. So it's a DVD recorder. with the hard drive. I've plugged it in quickly, tested it, and it seems to be working. There were already recordings on the hard drive which played fine. And I was able to test the DVD drive out, play a movie on it. It worked fine. It doesn't have its remote control. Now I paid £4 for this. Now what I'm gonna do, guys, is just switch over to switch you guys over to the other screen, and I can kind of bear with me. I should have gotten this sorted out beforehand, but still, um, let's go here and pop out the old chat. Put it over here. Um, Richard Hale says, "Hi all, hope your sales are getting better. Mine are crap." I had a decent day yesterday, Richard, but I'm not counting chickens. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch you guys over now to the other view. There we go. So this is what I picked up. So I paid £4 for it, and this gentleman here sold his for £56 with free shipping, without a remote. However, if you look down a bit further, this guy got £73 plus a fiver shipping with remote. This guy got 90 plus £6 shipping, with remote again. Again at auction 56, but then down here 105, and that was only on the 3rd of March. So nice photos. He's got all the cables with. He supplied the cables with it. So that is a great price, £105 for that item. 95 again with the remote. So as you can see, I don't have a remote, and that can affect the price because on this particular model, sometimes it doesn't matter so much. It won't affect the price too much if people can use the item properly. But on this item here, on this particular model, let me just switch back to webcam. It doesn't have a menu button on the front, so you can't go into the settings menu and adjust things. You can't, you can't do anything really. You can manually one touch record things or whatever, but you've got play, stop, pause, eject, record. That's all you've got on the fascia of the unit, which is not cool. So what I'm probably going to do is to look for a remote for it, and then just see what happens really. Let's just have a look. Derek asks, do you fully test every electrical item? I test them as much as I can. I'd be lying if I said if I tested out every function, because when it comes to certain items, it is very difficult to test every specific function. So, for example, if I show you this again, you've actually got ports on the front here, sorry, on this side here. These are FireWire ports. So unless I had like a FireWire device, such as an old mini DV camcorder to hand, then I would I wouldn't be able to test that particular function. Also, if you look at the back, you've got different ways of outputting the picture to the TV. You can output the picture using HDMI, you can output the picture using SCART, you can output the picture using component video, or you can output it using composite video. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different methods of outputting a picture from this device to a TV. So you could end up getting quite bogged down. What I tend to do is test the most likely scenarios, and as long as I'm happy with it working, it's something I can live with. So that was my first pickup. So £4, and I was pretty happy. Kathy says you can call Sony and get a remote. Tom says great find there, mate. Love a bit of Sony. Yeah, I mean, I actually got quite a few Sony items today, Tom. So pretty cool. So that was my first pickup of the day. Now, my next pickup. What was my next pickup? I just trying to remember what it was. Actually, I'll show you my next pickup. My next pickup was like a black sack for £6. Now, there was this guy who normally sells, I think, old vintage toys and fittings like plumbing fittings and that kind of thing, or like vintagey stuff as well. He wasn't someone that sold like games and toys, but somehow he had come across like a bunch of games and toys, and there was quite like a little rush around him because he was getting rid of stuff pretty cheap that he didn't sell himself. So I paid £6. And normally I don't mess around with board games, but especially recently. But I paid £6 for, let's have a look, quite a few items here. Most of these, I'm guessing, are just going to go to the charity shop, but there's a couple of items that I'm really happy with. But we'll see. First item I picked that I got. So all of this I'm going to show you is for £6 basically. I've got a Tomy Rummy Cub there. Rummy Cub I know sells okay, but there's a lot of pieces to count, so that's something I'm going to ask Rebecca to do really nicely, and hopefully she'll do that for me. Um, Let's have a look. Old Haggis Hunter has popped in as well, and as has Ryan Senior. So that's pretty cool. I've seen it, so I doubt that's got any value. You can see someone had this at a boot sale stall or something for £3. But yeah, I mean, I got the whole lot for £6. This was quite funny. This is a holy cow. This is one of those toys that you stick to the ceiling and they spin around, round and round. And this is a cow with wings. Meant to be angel wings. I've not seen this sell in the UK as such. I think people pay about $10 for it or something. So that's that. What else have we got? Let's stay at home games. I'm not sure about that at all. Buckaroo. So again, I don't know the value of that. I'm not sure if I'm going to check these, but we'll see. This is sealed, but I don't think this is great. This is like a Red Line Races brick set, so you can see it's obviously a play on Lego, but it's not Lego, but it is sealed, so there's no checking involved, which is good. And then there's a resealed Pirates of the Caribbean scene it. So those are the board games. Now, I would not pay personally. I wouldn't want that lot for £6. But the reason why I went for it is because I also spotted in the box when there was all the rush going on. I spotted this, which is really cool. This is some kind of an old action figure from some kind of anime. I'm guessing it's called Shonen Jump's One Piece. Now, I don't know the resale value of this. Just have a look at Shonen Jump, and it's Luffy. Now let me see. Now I've not seen one of these particular ones sell. I can't find anything initially on completed listings. A lot of Funko Pop figures have sold of this, but there is someone who is trying to get £60 for theirs, new in box as well, which is pretty insane. I don't know if that's realistic at all, but I mean, if I just move you across to the browser, well, there we go. One Piece, always popular, says David Morse. I don't even know what One Piece is. Shonen Jump's One Piece, but it was an anime, and this guy's asking 60, so I don't know if that's viable or not. But I saw that in it, so I was happy with that. So that was the first item. Oh, Nick says One Piece were a series of computer games. Ah, really? And Richard Hell is disputing whether Buckaroo sells well. Mine has been on since October. Well, I mean, it's the time. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. But yeah, so that was really cool. Now this is really cool as well. And again, this is all included in the £6. This was the other reason I was, because it was this item here, which is a Marvel Legends Elektra figure, which is really nice. Now, this figure and that Ronin jump were on the top of the black sack, and I think in my heart of hearts, I was hoping that the black sack is going to be filled of those, you know, filled because of those, I don't know, filled of those figures. But obviously, that would be asking too much. It ended up just being board games. However, Rummy Cub is decent, and I, the Scenits, I'm not sure, but the Holy Cow is quite funny. But this figure was in there as well. Yeah, exactly. Apart from Rummy Cub, those games are probably best redonated, says Nick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that option to be honest, Nick. But this is cool. This is an old. It's not sealed, unfortunately. It's got tape all around it, but the figure is in its packaging. Accessories are there. It's Electra. It's got the wall mountable stand as well. Yeah, superposable figure. Series 4. Let's have a look. Electra. Um, collect them all. A quick check of this. Let's have a look. A quick check of this. Marvel Series 4 Electra. Okay, we'll have a quick look at what this goes for. Okay, there's someone trying to get 23 for a new one, so I'm not going to get that price because obviously mine is not new. $20 they've sold for, but let me just show you guys what I can see on the browser. So you can see that that one only went for $5, which is bad, but a $25 shipping obviously won't apply to us. One in the UK went for £16 plus £5 shipping on auction. So I'm probably gonna try for around 20, but we'll see. But I was pretty happy with those two figures. They attracted me to pick up the whole lot. So even if just the figures and Rummy Cub are all I got for £6, it's still not too bad. I think that's still a fair pickup. Let me go back to the webcam. £400 down says, I thought you paid £6 literally just for a sack. No, I didn't. I got all those. Everything I showed you was £6. So that was my second pickup. So then I had to go to the car and when I went back, I saw the same guy had this item for sale, which is a Roberts. Oh, okay. Don't know what's going on there. I'll just disconnect that actually. Yeah, I had a Roberts alarm clock. Now this is quite nice because it's got a CD player in it. It's a CD Time Cube CR9946. Let's have a look at what these go for. CR9946. Okay. Let me just have a look, guys. I paid £3 for this. Daniel Moore says hi from North Wales. Okay, Roberts. And it's a CD Time Cube. Okay, let's have a look and see whether these sell for anything. It would help if I went to all categories. There we go. 9986 goes for good money, but I'm guessing that might have DAB on it or something. I'm not sure. Let me just show you guys. I don't think I'm gonna get like 50 quid because that's like brand new. So I'm not gonna get anything near that. And this one went for £30. This is like an older model, not quite as good, I think. 9946. So not any that seem to be appearing, but I mean, I'd expect to be able to get £15 for it anyway. Like I paid £3. I reckon £15 at least. I should be able to pick up. It's weird that I can't find the actual one. Normally you can find. You can actually find these kinds of items. No, it's not happening. Okay, I'll put that down as well. Nick says, I remember One Piece games being big during the PS2 era. Kirsten says, I'm missing the car boot, got too much stuff and not enough listed, but still missing the early morning treasure hunt. Yeah, I mean, I should have been going to this car boot regularly. It's on all year round. They do charge you a £5 to get in, which is quite pricey, but it's been worth it. I've been 2 weeks in a row now. and it's been worth it. Um, what else did I pick up? Let's have a look. This was quite a nice little pickup. But I got a Sanyo micro cassette recorder with sealed tapes, and I only paid £1 for both of them. Now, unfortunately, I am restricted from selling these on Amazon FBA, which is quite disappointing. Um, because the cheapest price on Amazon FBA for these tapes new is about £23. So I'm a bit gutted that I can't sell those on Amazon FBA, but such is life. It's a restricted item. I can't sell it. No point crying over spilled milk. Um, this I'm not sure about, but I think I can sell this. But even if I can't, I'm sure I will do okay in terms of its value. I've seen people get really decent money for these before. It's got its pouch. It hasn't got all the inserts in it, but I've just found one that sold the exact same model. There we go. One sold for £25 with free shipping, but considering I paid £1 for it, £25 is good. And plus, bear in mind, I got some sealed tapes, and I'm sure the sealed tapes will be worth a little something as well. XB60 MC63 pack. See if it comes up with any sold results. Well, people are asking like £9 there. Someone's got 3 there, asking £25 at auction. Okay, well there you go. £8 on eBay. £8 on eBay. So I'm happy to go for that really. So from a £1 spend, £8 for the tapes, and about 20 for that 2025 possibly. So for a pound spend, very happy with that pickup as well. All right, now another kind of gaming related pickup, which is quite nice. Let's have a look. Mr. Lumpy says went to a small jumble sale yesterday, first time this year, but got the itch now. Definitely. Darren has also joined the chat. Hi, Darren. How are you? Smart reselling. Mick Cameron Ali says, does it have a speaker built in? I think it does. Lucy Taylor says hi as well, and Retro Vintage says hi. Daniel Moore, a bit off topic, but are you going to free wrestling show in Blackpool Tower? I haven't actually heard about that. I'm not sure. I'll have a think about it. But if it's free, maybe. Watch Selling says, try bundling your board games and put them on a local buy-sell site with keywords, family game night. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea at all. Watch Selling might do that, but I'm quite happy with just getting the Rummy Cub and stuff out of it. Now, this was quite a nice pickup as well. I've just had it plugged into the PC actually, so I just unplug it now. I paid £5 for this, which is a hop. I don't know how to pronounce this manufacturer. Hopage HD PVR. Now, this is a video capture device. Most people stock the tapes with the player and charge an extra £10. He says, Nick. Good idea, Nick. Yeah, I could bundle the tapes with the player. Definitely. Yeah, stick the tapes with the player. Yeah, yeah. So that's quite a good idea. I think I might do that. But yeah, this is a HD PVR from Hopage. Now, this item is what's called a video capture device. Most people use this, and it was marketed and sold as a what was it marketed as a game capture device. So this came out around Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 launch time, around that era. And you've got lots of component video input there. You've got component video input there and a component video output as well. So when the Xbox 360 first came out, component was the best way of connecting it, apart from VGA. But yeah, component was a good way of connecting it to get high definition gaming. And so you can use this to capture footage from Xbox 360s, old Xbox 360s, PlayStation 3s. But also on the front, you've got the yellow, red, and white and the S video. Now that makes this attractive to people that want to capture retro game consoles. So your NES, Super NES, Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast. Also, it's nice for people that want to record their old VHS tapes onto a digital format as well. So you can actually connect your VCR to this. You could connect an old camcorder to it. So it's actually quite a versatile device. But it was sold and kind of manufactured as a game capture device. It doesn't have the remote control. It normally would come with a remote control, um, but it did come with the power supply, and the USB cable and a bunch of the audio video cables to get you going. Now that is a pretty easy flip. I paid like a fiver for it. I believe these sell to, well, complete, they go for about 35, I reckon. But I think I should be getting 25 for it. Yeah, there's actually a guy here that sold his for £25, plus £5 shipping. Let's have a look. There we go. Oops, there we go. There it is. So this gentleman here sold this for 25 plus £5 shipping, although he's put HDMI in the title, which is a very iffy thing to put for a device which doesn't offer HDMI. He may have just added it in as a keyword or something, but it's not really a keyword that you'd want to use for that item. Let's have a look. John Clissold says, stepped out of my comfort zone today and bought 50 plus CD audiobooks in fab condition for £13. Yeah, they can. Nick says, yeah, they can do well. There's a lot of money in audiobooks if you get certain ones, especially. Phoebe has joined us as well. So hi, Phoebe. How many people have we actually got watching right now? We've got 67 people watching, which is absolutely fantastic. Really appreciate everyone popping in. We're near the end of the haul, but there's some really nice items I've got to show you. A couple of Sony items actually. It's kind of weird to see these just sat there because I didn't get to the boot fair because I'm dropping off Beck to work in the morning. I didn't get to the boot fair for like opening time. So even though I had to pay £5 to get in early, other people, more eager resellers and dealers, would have gotten in there even earlier. But it just shows that if you look carefully, you can still find some things. And for £3, I've already tested this as well. It works. I picked up this absolutely amazing Sony, really amazing quality condition. It's not an amazing machine. The machine itself is actually quite bog standard. There's nothing special about it, to be honest. But it's actually quite a nice machine in terms of condition. So standard Sony CD player takes two AA batteries, and it came with a case. Now, I can just show you someone achieved £25, or 25.99 with free shipping for theirs recently, which is fantastic. That sold on the 7th of March. Um, I seem to gravitate to Sony products. Yes, definitely. I seem to get I seem to pick them up. They pop up often for me, so I can't argue with that comment what you're selling. But yeah, paid £3, so an easy 25. But when you pick these up, always check out the price of the cases because you'll be surprised that even a bog standard case like this can sell for okay money. Case Logic CD player case. And you'll find that people pay up half decent money for these as well. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find the exact same one. Well, I think that's similar one. Okay, that went for 99p plus £3 shipping, but I think that was because it was an auction. Buy it now would probably be a better option to look at on these because sometimes you have to wait for them. But yeah, you can look. Someone got £10 for a Case Logic case there. $15. Okay, most of them going abroad, but I've sold CD cases quite regularly, and I think it's always worth picking up. Or sometimes checking out to sell separately. Obviously, you can just bundle it with the CD player to add value, but still, that's something I would always keep an eye on. Let me just switch back to the main screen. Let's have a look. Thumbs up says Tex. Let's So Matt says, I just found a charity shop warehouse near my house, which is crammed full of electronics. You would love it. Unfortunately, prices are relatively high. It's always the way. If someone's done all the work and gotten everything together for you, then chances are you're going to have to pay a little bit more for it. Now, the next item I'm going to show you is possibly my favorite pickup because I'm not 100% sure yet until I can get it working. Now, from the same guy, and again, I can't believe this was just left there. I picked this up. This is so cool, guys. This is just mega cool. You can see from the pouch, it's a Philips pouch, and it says digital all over it. The case itself is really nice. Now, what this is a very old, probably late 80s, early 90s at a push CD player. It is a hell of a chunky machine. It's in actually very good condition. Now, unfortunately, I've not been able to test it because I don't have a 9-volt adapter, and I don't have enough batteries. I've got enough batteries, but I'm not sure which ones have got enough charge. So I'm gonna really have to get like a 9-volt adapter and get some fresh batteries because I want to test this machine out. Now, this machine takes 6 AA batteries to work. So it's pretty astonishing the amount of power this machine takes to operate. So this will take 6 AA batteries. I just can't believe that. So actually on the back here, it opens up and there's space there for 6 AA batteries, or you can use it on a 9-volt power supply. Now, I paid £3 for this. Even if it doesn't work, my money is safe, I'm pretty certain, because of its rarity. I've not seen these come up very recently at all. I can't seem to find a proper completed sale. I have seen that someone sold one of these on Etsy, and they sold it for $35, which I think is, I'm not sure if that's a good price or not, to be honest. I've found one listing like on eBay, which is for this machine. It's a Philips. What is it? A Philips D6800. I found one listing, I think, in Europe, which is on eBay, where they're asking a fair amount of cash for theirs. But I don't know. I think $30 I've seen it sell for. I'm not sure if that's the sold. Yeah, one bid. So it might not be as great as I thought, but it should do well because it just looks really cool. But I'm gonna get some batteries, test it out. But yeah, I think I've seen people get for like $35, but it's got to be worth a bit more, I would have thought, just because of the just how awesome it is. But yeah, and the pouch is brilliant. Retro Vintage says looks awesome. And Nick says, yeah, way cool. Philips seem to do well too. Yeah, Philips do well. I mean, this is made in Austria, guys. So yeah, it's like pretty retro vintage. So I'm hoping I'll do okay on that anyway. But that's probably one of my favorite pickups. And we're actually on to my final pickup now, guys. So thanks for sticking it out with me. Now, this is a really nice pickup, and it's another Sony product. So I can't believe I found all these Sony products, really. But yeah, I'm really happy. This is a Sony Walkman WM-B602. It's actually a A602 or B602. Now, unfortunately, the Walkman is faulty. I've tested it. It only takes one battery. I've tested it, and it's not faulty, but the belt has perished. The drive belt has perished. I'm not technical enough to open this up to fix it. I don't really want to risk doing it any kind of serious damage. But if I show you the browser view, you can see that the same Walkman, it's exactly the same Walkman, sold for $35. So faulty as well. So for parts not working, they got $35, and that was just the Walkman. So here in the US, the Philips is 60 to 80 if it works as what you're selling. Yeah, that would be quite nice. So if I could get that kind of money, what you're selling, that would be really good. But I obviously have to make sure it works. But this is just fantastic. Even faulty, this is $35. And I paid a fiver, by the way. I paid £5. Now I've got the machine, which is in very good condition. It's got the belt clip as well, the belt loop, which is nice. Um, the case is obviously the packaging is torn up, but it's missing like the front screen. But it's got the insert as well, and it comes with these old headphones as well. Now the cool thing is the headphones as well. I've actually got that opened up already. The headphones I've tested and the headphones work. Headphones have sold for £14 plus shipping. So someone has gotten 14 quid for these old headphones. I mean, they're quite. I don't normally sell earphones if they go in the ear, but these are headphones. So those alone have fetched £14 plus £3 shipping. So I think as a package, even though it's faulty, I could get some decent money. I think I'm gonna have to ask for like £50 or something, because it's just to kind of just as 35 and 15. It sits nicely in here as well. Just shove it in the box there. There we go. Show you there. So it looks really nice in the box. It's missing the sheet there, but for £5, even though it's faulty, my money is covered. So I'm really pleased with that myself. So yeah, the Hyper Picker says Z a bit more on since you've got the box. Fake Retro says he does attract Sony. And some great items today, says Jason. Yeah, I mean that was actually the final item, so I'm really glad you guys were able to pop in and view the items, share them with me. I'm pretty pleased. I mean, I paid £5 to get in. I had to pay for petrol, obviously, and it's a fair distance. I think it's about nearly 30 miles each way. But I think overall, when you factor that all in, considering the items I've picked up, I should do very well. I mean, the DVD recorder, the action figures, the whole lot. It's a pretty good pickup there, I'd say. Not a lot there, but good value. That's what I like to think. What you're selling says good fun in the Walkman. The box alone would bring good money. Very good point. Really appreciate that. Neil says some good gear, Z. Expect it up for sale by tomorrow. Definitely, Neil. Definitely need to keep my momentum going. Thankfully, guys, and just to give you a quick update, we had a normal day yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to say it was a good day. It was a normal day. Beck Store still seems to be in like in limbo at the moment. We're hoping it's going to wake up at some point. And when that kicks in, I think we're going to do well. And it is a when rather than an if that kicks in. When that kicks in, we will do well. So I'm excited. I'm going to keep on listing. What you're selling says, which car boot was this? It's in a place called Clitheroe near me. So that's where that is. Philippa Spalton says, informative as ever. Appreciate the comment. Some nice comments coming in. Really appreciate it. Um, Great results here. Makes me think I should have gone out buying, says Nick. Oh yeah, as if you need the stock. Um, okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, smash the like button if you enjoyed the video. Nick and Andrea are gonna obviously be on. I think this evening as well. So there'll be some more stuff to watch on YouTube, reselling related, which is always fun. So we will see you. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.